Welcome to KocoSports. I am the huge one, aka the idiot Dave Koco from WrestleAM, a podcast on YouTube, KocoSports, wherever you find podcasts. And I stream every day on twitch.tv/KocoSports when I'm not at the Tokyo Game Show. So there were so many events that happened on the 24th. I'm trying to catch up with all of them. But right now we are asking you, win, loss, or tie, what did you think of NOAH Grand Ship 2023? As far as me, I give it a win. It isn't a perfect, but it's something more. NOAH has been up and down, up and down, up and down ever since Muda's retirement. And this is the first time I feel like they're steering the ship in the right direction. I'm hearing Japanese fans be happy of where the company is going. So it's kind of like, the Muda event happened. We love you, Muda. And that shot down a lot of morale. And then, it was rough. And then the N1 peaked. It was like, oh, cool, N1, Go winning. There was mixed emotions. Some people very pro-Go. Some people anti-Go. And some people just absolutely pro-Kennel. Okay, everyone's absolutely pro-Kennel. Let's be honest here. And it was just been a rocky ship up and down. And I feel like for the first time ever, I'm getting calls from my friends. Hey, dude, let's watch NOAH together. Hey, dude, NOAH's back on track. Hey, I think NOAH could do something here. And I think this was a big event as far as fandom here. I feel like you went from the extreme, and Pro Wrestling NOAH fans are kind of the ECW fans of Japan. They are, I guess, the smart fans. I wish there was a better version of that. I say passionate fans. They're probably the most passionate. Dragon Gate fans are pretty passionate. But they're passionate for a certain style. But I think Pro Wrestling NOAH fans have some of the most passion. But with passionate people come, this is not what I want. No, sir. And, ha ha, you got it now. You get a lot of that. And I feel like, it's slowly but surely getting back on track. And it should be an interesting situation. I do give it a win. It's not a perfect. One of my friends on the Instagram, we'll keep his name kayfabe just in case he doesn't want to be sharing the information. He feels like it wasn't a home run, but it was a triple. And I kind of agree. But more importantly, momentum-wise, we've been all over the place with this company. Fans have. And it's mostly just been bad decision after bad decision. But the athletes have always been dominant, and that's what keeps bringing people back. So overall, I give it a win. Not a perfect. I would even say it's a big win. It's a momentum win. It's a bigger win than I think. I think it's a bigger win than people think it is. I really do believe that. And hopefully they can build off that momentum. Because if there's one thing I know about Pro Wrestling NOAH fans, they are passionate. And there's one thing I know about Japan. They don't complain. Why am I wearing these? If you ever see me and I don't have a co-host, there's no need for me to wear this. It's just bad habit of being on Twitch. But, yeah. Unlike me and a lot of... I guess Gaijin fans will sit there and give our opinions, our facts and things. Japanese people do that in a different style, but they don't complain every week. If they gotta complain, they just stop showing up. And it is because it's not as big of a country as America and in a whole continent of Europe. It's not that big, so it's not like, oh, Chicago likes this, and they don't. There's a little bit of that, but not to the extreme as it is in North America. So, huge win. Let's start breaking it down. All right, scrolling down. All right, by the way, Pro Wrestling NOAH's website, a million times better. Pro Wrestling NOAH, give yourself a Barry Horowitz. Good job. All right, first dark match, 8-man tag team match. I think this was free on YouTube. I would... Just in the future, I'd do 1v1 matches, at least one, or a straight up tag match. I don't know if I'd have these 8-man tag matches on YouTube, but that's just me. You got Yone, Anabe, High 69, and Owada going against Saito, Kodaiji, I totally slaughtered that guy's name, Rogers, and Ozawa. Rogers gets the win, and overall, it's an 8-man tag. We've seen it all before. Next, you have tag team match. The good-looking guys, Yohei and Tadazuke, defeat Kondo and Hara. Hara gets the pin. Yohei is crazy over. I'm kind of hoping they break up this tag team and we'll see Yohei go for the junior singles title. I know he's done it a lot, but if it's the best, if it's the chef's kiss, if it's 100% and it's oh yeah, why fuck with it? Why fuck with it? Why fuck with it? It's perfect. So overall, not a bad opening tag team match. Six-man tag. You got Soya, who was super over in Kawasaki, really won a lot of people over to N1. People are just hoping for him and Kitamiya to be pushed to the moon. So hopefully this is a sign that it's coming. Segura, Soya, and Kitamiya defeat Fujieto, Suzuki, and Taniguchi. Taniguchi takes the pin from Soya. And overall, it was a fun, entertaining match. Next, you got the singles match. It was a short match, but Daga defeats Miyawaki. I thought it was pretty good. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I love 1v1 wrestling. A tag team, it doesn't bother me if they're real tag teams. If it's FTR, if it's the Road Warriors, if it's the Midnight Express. If you're a real tag team, I'll deal with it. But after that, you get on Thanksgiving every now and then. War games, sure, why not? Go crazy. But I'm pro 1v1. I know that sounds crazy. On Twitch, I hate 1v1, but in pro wrestling, 1v1 is awesome. So overall, I enjoyed it. Fast match. Tag team match. You got Keno and Lance Inoue going against Nakajima and Brooks. I'm a huge Nakajima fan. I think Keno's the most over. Lance Inoue, I want to see more of him. And Adam Brooks I want to see more of. I feel like he hasn't done anything where I'm like, oh my God, that's impressive. But he hasn't done anything where I'm like, this guy fucking sucks. So I want to see more of him. Sometimes seeing people with different opponents, seeing different people, you get a grasp on who someone is. I feel like when it comes to pro wrestling, and this is for viewers, I think you have to see at least 5 to 10 matches before you give your opinion. That's my opinion. And Adam Brooks, he hasn't done anything to piss me off, and he hasn't done anything to impress me. But I don't know if he's given the opportunity. I'd love to see him 1v1 versus one of the more star-powered guys in Noah. I've seen him go 1v1, but I just want to see what he can do. I've talked to a couple of Australian friends, and they speak very highly of him, so we'll find out. And Lance Inoue, would love to see you come back and have a legit singles run. Overall, it just felt like 4 single stars thrown together, but Keno does get the victory, and it was an enjoyable match for what it was. All right, 6-man tag. Marufuji, Ogama, and Leona, by the way, Bear Friend hates your name, versus Kiyomiya, Oya, and Eita. Eita gets the win. The big story that I found out about here, and it was via disqualification and all that bullshit, so 15 fucking minutes waste of our fucking time here, boys. But with that said, I've been hearing whispers a lot about Kiyomiya. I know he's going overseas, but I feel Muta put him over. He wins the N1, wins the title, gets embarrassed by Kevin Kelly. New Japan abuses him every fucking chance they get. It's kind of like we just want to see Kiyomiya do something. We don't want his career to be wasted. And I was watching with a couple pals, and I'm like, what the fuck's the point of Kiyomiya? They said it more kindly and in Japanese, but they're like, what the fuck is the point of Kiyomiya? There is no point. Absolutely none. And I hope that changes. They always say, this is the problem with pro wrestling companies. They always say, give it time. But that's also what the bad companies and bad storylines say. Like everyone's like it's like the perfect Captain America shield. They're like, give it time, and like, all right, well, how many times do I got to come back in 2 months? Do I got to come back in 6 months? Do I have to come back in 9 months? Do I have to come back in 2 years? Do I have to come in 5 years? I always think, give it time, Stephanie McMahon, Eugene. That's all I gotta say. That's all I say. Like, give it time. I think there has to be a way. Like maybe like we're working on something. Oh, it's gonna be a payoff, but give it time. I'm just getting tired of that face. Like as soon as I meet someone in the pro wrestling business, and I'm very lucky. I get to talk to a lot of people in it. New Japan, Noah, DDT. I just been slowly but surely getting myself out there now that I'm in retirement. I used to always just stay inside, but now I'm going out there, meeting some old friends. And whenever I meet someone in business, say give it time, I instantly fucking roll my eyes and be like, bro, no. Just change the phrase. Be like, we have a plan. We have an idea. Oh, he's going to go on excursion and come back and you'll see. But as soon as you say give it time, I'm like, but overall, this was a huge fucking waste of time. But now, business is about to pick up, boys. This is when it picks up. Prior to this, tie, loss, depends on how positive Petey you are. But then, we got fucking GHC titles coming out the yin-yang. Title match. I love it. I love it. Business is about to pick up. This is when it gets good, boys. Matter of fact, I'm going to be completely honest. If you just read the results and skip up to the GHC Tag Team Championship match, you're the fucking real winner. You're the real winner. Good job. Give yourself a Barry Horowitz for reading results and skipping to the good matches. I should do that. I don't know. I always feel guilty. Like, oh man, what if I fucking miss something? And then on my review is like, the match happened. What do you fucking know? Like, look at my last review of the 6-man tag. I could have just read the results. I didn't have to fucking actually sit there and watch it. It wasn't fucking anything good. Ooh, fucking a couple of guys were bumping shoulders with each other. It was fucking same old bullshit. But now, it ain't the same old bullshit. Now, we are getting fucking ready. GHC Tag Team Championship match. Now, Jack Morris used to be, like, remember I said earlier about Adam Brooks? Jack Morrison was in that for me. Jack Morris also had a really bad match, in my opinion, with Timothy Thatcher. But the N1, Jack Morris rose. He just was such a star. In my eyes, everyone has different opinions. Everyone has different standards. But if you like everything, you have no standards. If you like only one company and hate everything else, just fucking watch that one company, buddy. Fucking no one's fucking twisting your tits here. All right, but I think Jack Morrison really won. Jack Morris. I keep saying Morrison. I don't know why I apologize. Jack Morris really won me over. I remember doing watch parties and thinking he was the Tigers relief pitcher. I thought he was a Tigers pitcher from like the 80s. I don't remember that. But no, he really won me over. Saxon Hux has been amazing. Timothy Thatcher, I have mixed feelings for. I have mixed feelings about Timothy Thatcher. But still, I did like Huxley and him as a team. Anthony Green, I'm still kind of like, like the show me what you got is that's about 70%. But I'm happy that Jack Morris has a title. That's the happiest I've got out of this. Wins with a Tiger Driver over Timothy Thatcher. And there it was. So Anthony Green and Jack Morris are your champs. And good job for good-looking guys. I hope to see more of Huxley. I don't mind Timothy Thatcher, but I just want Timothy Thatcher to break arms like he would break my arm. That's it. If you're reckon, I don't know. No lay and pray, baby. No lay and pray. Break that fucking arm. Just fucking break it. Snappity-doo. There you go. All right. Moving on. I love everything about this, and this should be the division forever. And I love you, Noah. Chef's kiss, 100%. I love it. I love you. I love everything about this. This should be the division. Book it. Best of 5,000. You got it. I mean, every now and then the good-looking guys can lose to one of these two teams, but these are the two teams for the rest of my life that I want to see the GHC Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. That's all I want to see. I want to see this match. You have Dragon Bane, Alpha Wolf going against Ninja Mac, and Alejandro. I absolutely love this match. If you're going to have a juniors division, make it X Division, WCW Cruiserweights, Dragon Gate style, a very fast style. And that's what these guys bring. This is probably, and then this ain't everyone's cup of tea, and I'm completely fine with that. But if you're going to have a division with this cup of tea, serve this cup of tea. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It was crazy fast pace. It was crazy fun. Dragon Bane does beat Alejandro, something called a Twister Bane. Dragon Bane and Alpha Wolf. I can't believe how young they are. Dude, they're so fucking amazing at their age. Huge fucking mark for Ninja Mac. Love Alharan. I can't say his name, but I fucking love him. Alharanjo. I said it wrong. Now I can't stop saying it wrong. Stupid concussed Marine Corps brain. Alejandro! There you go. I have to do the little Alejandro. I probably still saying it wrong. By the way, boys, Bearfriend knows like 6 fucking languages, and one of them Spanish. Her big brain does not rub off on my little brain. Context is everything. That sounded way more dirty than it was supposed to be. But Dragon Bane, Alpha Wolf, thank you for being fucking awesome. Ninja Mac Alejandro, just fucking rematches all day. Rematches all day. In October, I plan on going to a lot of events. Knock on wood. Here's the problem I have. Here's the problem I have. Should I go big cam for this? Here's the problem I have. Okay? All right, yeah, we're going big cam for this, boys. We're going big cam for this, okay? Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. All right, big cam. This is the problem that I have. Hear me out on this one, okay? Whew. Hear me out. I'm scared. You're scared. We're all a little scared. All right, when Noah is booked like... There's great tickets available everywhere, and I don't really want to go. But when it's booked awesomely, is awesomely a word? It is. Then I want to go and there's no tickets. That's the problem, man. That's the problem. All right? We can have a problem. How in any way, okay? If it's booked poorly, I can get tickets. If it's booked good, I can't get tickets. It's the biggest problem ever being a pro wrestling Noah fan and being poor. So I was super happy. This is my style of pro wrestling. I don't think the Super Juniors or Juniors, whatever you want to call it, X Division, Cruiserweights, I don't think that division should exist in your company unless you have athletes like that were in that ring. That was amazing. I love it. Man. So, yeah. I just want to see a rematch. I want to see a rematch live, and hopefully I can. That is absolutely fantastic and amazing. That's the division. Next, you got the GHC National Championship. You got Psycho Clown, who's probably in the worst storyline in Noah, but hey, dude, he just writes letters. Dear son of Wagner Jr., it's been 14 fortnights. I don't even know what that means. But I know that I love and miss you. Love, Psycho Clown. Whoever thought of that, just stop. Just stop. You can literally be like, Psycho Clown is here to get revenge on Wagner, and we shit our pants in awesomeness. Don't let fucking letters, love letters, ruin something great. I don't know much about Psycho Clown. I asked my Lucha pals. They said he's good. I thought it was a good match. It went 21 minutes. But here's the thing. I love luchadors, but this is one of my fucking favorite spots, and it wins me over. I'm like a dirty little whore. Like, just, you're nibbling on the back of my neck. And I'm like, ooh. Luchador masks that get ripped open and busted open, but they keep the mask on. 10 out of 10. Don't abuse it, but it feels so good. Okay, don't abuse it, but it feels so good. I absolutely fucking loved it. There was some amazing photos. Check them out on Twitter. I apologize, I can't shout out all the photographers because I have a shit memory. But yeah, just look up the Noah, #Noah_GHC, and there's some great fucking photos. Wagner does win with a Wagner driver, and Psycho Clown looks strong as hell, and I'm interested to see where it goes. But overall, the GHC National Championship stays with the son of Dr. Wagner Jr., and I absolutely fucking love it. I loved it. They might have worked me a bit because, you know, my mask is ripped open and I'm fucking bloody. I fucking love it. I love it. Oh, man, you do that spot with a ladder match? I fucking love it. That's some of the best things about luchadors. But yeah, I was absolutely happy with this match. Some people did not fucking think highly of it, but I don't know. I was wrong. And then GHC Junior Heavyweight Championship match. You got Hayata versus Yoshioka. And this is a good match. And I know like there are some North Americans and there are people out there that's like, oh, booking shouldn't matter. But then they cry, piss their pants, puke, and come all at once if you give them a fucking spoiler. But if the booking is bad, that's like the company giving away a spoiler. And this is not a Pro Wrestling Noah problem. I want you guys to know this. This is not a Pro Wrestling Noah problem. This is the country of Japan problem. This is a problem in Japanese pro wrestling that not many gaijins are talking about that I noticed. And the Japanese whisper, like, yeah, this is bullshit. I fucking know. This is the fucking worst. What the fuck? I can't fucking believe it. It's really taking away from the match. Oh, you want to bet who's gonna win? I already fucking know. That's the whispers. The problem with Japanese booking, and this ain't Noah. I don't want you to fucking get your nipples all fucking chafed. This is not Noah. This is a Japan problem. The company with more money always wins. Always wins. So there you go. So it should be interesting. But yeah. Oh, man. What could it be? What could be? But yeah, Yoshioka, not bad. I enjoyed the match. Hayato wins. I thought Yoshioka should have won. And yeah, people in the group of people I watched and the page people I've talked to was like, can we just fast forward this match? We already know who's going to fucking win. We know who's going to win. You know who's going to win. Like when it came to all the title matches, the GHC Tag Team Championship, no one knew. No one knew. We had debates. When it came to the junior heavyweight tag team, we'll just say junior tags, no one fucking knew. When it came to the GHC National Championship, people didn't know much about Psycho Clown, and they're like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen. When it came to the Heavyweight Championship, we had a debate for hours. Which way is better? Who's going to win? I don't know. Dude, no one fucking, it was giggles. I was like, so you think Yoshika has a chance? Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I just thought that everyone I was watching with online, on Facebook, on the Twitter machine, mostly line, and even people that I just know, like no one thought Yoshioka had a chance. No one. And maybe that's just my, small niche of, I don't know, in that line group, let's just say 30, 40. We'll say 30 active, 50 overall. So 30, it's just a small chat group. About 30 of us are active. And there's about 50, maybe more, 50 plus, but 30 are active. There's, it's fun. It's a fun, small community that we have. No one thought Yoshioka was going to win. No one. Not a fucking soul. And it was a pretty goddamn good match. I just think they have to fix that fucking problem. So there you go. Next, GHC Heavyweight Championship match. People have been busting my balls. I think Jake Lee should have won. A lot of people had mixed feelings about Go. I thought this was one of Jake Lee's better matches as champion. It went 21 minutes. Big boot to the corner. I think he calls it FBS. Also, I like that when he hits the big boot, he hooks it. And I also like that commentary mentioned that Jake Lee's a defensive wrestler. I like that. That was a nice touch by commentary. Yeah, it was mixed bag. I think, it's a funny situation because, timing matters. And I know a lot of people debate if timing matters. But Jake Lee should have never been champion when he was champion. But he definitely shouldn't have lost it tonight. And it's kind of weird how two statements can be true and dumb people will be like, I got you. See, I told you. They worked you. Give it time. Blah, 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 blah. It's just, no, timing matters. And I don't think Go's time was there. And I thought it was a nice touch. I listen, I know I got some complaints because I'm not 100% positive or 100% negative, and I never will be. If I'm not an employee of a company, I am not going to 100% put it over. As a reviewer, I have a standard, and I give it, one take, all that. And I just think when they do good, you have to praise them. When they do bad, you have to do it. You just don't do it because you love the company. You don't do it because you think of the views. You're just gotta be honest. And honestly speaking, they hit a home run. Just booking wise, not the whole event. The semi-man was... It's not the athletes either. Maybe, I don't think so. But that was kind of like, okay, when's the main event start? But Jake Lee being the one to call out Keno, big fucking brain. Keno fucking accepting the challenge, saying that he's going to bring up Pro Wrestling Noah. Just, sometimes they miss. Sometimes they hit a home run. Sometimes they pretend. This is very, very common in pro wrestling. We used to joke about it with Triple H all the time. There's a scene. There's a scene in Phineas and Ferb. And I think it's one of the movies. I'm pretty sure. But there's a scene where the guy sees them go off. And he goes, that was always part of my plan. And that's like the booker. And then there's me, the nerd. So you expected to trip and fall and let them escape and not know where they're going? That was all part of your plan? And that's how I feel sometimes in pro wrestling. But when it's good, you got to say it's good. And Jake Lee calling out Keno. Keno answering. Keno is the people's choice. And it's a very interesting situation. And I think this is a good time, It's been wavy. And the thing is, I think it's noticeable because Pro Wrestling Noah was always going up. It was going up with like cult fever, like not Colt Cabana, but like I'm in a cult. We are Noah. Like it was going to the moon, and then the big mistakes at the Muda event, and then it's up and down, more downs, N1 up, a little bit of dip, but usually after the N1 and G1, it dips, but then this one, it looks like it's back on track. I do wish the Keno match and Jake Lee match was happening in the Tokyo area, because I could go, I'm just saying, all these other cities are getting the good matches. What about old poor Yokohama, Kawasaki, and Tokyo? By the way, there's a huge thing in Japan where they have city pride. And like every city wants all the events. And it's just kind of funny. It's like, I have friends that live close to Korakuen. And like, if it's not in the Tokyo Dome or Korakuen, it's like, if it's not in that section of Tokyo, it does not fucking count. It doesn't. But yeah, I'd love to see it. I'm definitely going to see it on wrestle-universe.com. Make sure to check them out. Hashtag not an ad. Hashtag obviously. People are like, you're too positive. You're too negative. You're too. It's like, hey, man. I calls it like I sees it. So I give this one a huge win. I thought the semi-main event was the weakest, but not for the athlete's fault. And I thought, if you start from the tag, if you get all the title matches were good to decent to great. And there's a story. It just seems to be back on track. And as someone that talks to a lot of Japanese pro wrestling fans and fans that live here, it's bringing momentum back. And it's harder to book. It's really harder to book. I know this is a little off topic. Maybe I'll make a separate video. It is harder to book and promote in Japan than it is in North America. Because North America, people just worship a corporation. So if you're happy to be that corporation, bam, you got a built-in fan base and built-in haters. And on top of that is, if the product fucking sucks or you miss a step in America, people don't give a fuck. They give a fuck more about if whatever company most North American fans feel, if their company takes a step back, They're always like, but we're better than the other guys. The other guys suck. Like there's this stupidity of competition. You know, it's like, it'd be like if the Big Mac goes to Burger King and you're like, God damn, Big Mac's washed up piece of shit. Big Mac comes back to McDonald's. Like, yeah, our hero is back. He's always been the greatest. Where I don't think Japan, they have that luxury. There's so many companies, this, you know, and the fans, if they're not satisfied, there are no loud, you know, YouTubers to the extent of North America companies. There are no, you know, blogs to send to North America. They just don't go. I have Japanese friends that if the G1 fucking sucks, they don't go till Wrestle Kingdom. Like, there's a saying in New Japan, wake me when Wrestle Kingdom's there. And then if you're Pro Wrestling Noah, you're All Japan, you are Dragon Gate, and you're not New Japan, they don't even have a wake me up when Wrestle Kingdom's there. They're like, I'll wait until one of my friends says it's good again. So I think it's really harder to run a company in Japan because there's so much competition and there's only so many cities. And there's wrestling all the time. All the time. And I also think that's why here they know their identity more. They're like, oh, Pro Wrestling Noah, this is our style. New Japan, bad example. Dragon Gate, this is our style. All Japan, this is our style. Big Japan, this is our style. Where you don't really have that. So when they do good, you got to give them their flowers, as the kids would say. And this was a good event. Perfect? No. Win? Yes. All right. And Saturday, next time they got it, is Noah the Home Deluxe. It's kind of like their home, the house shows, a lot of student shows. It's not always the case. They have stars and stuff, but yeah, sometimes they show it on YouTube. I don't think it's scheduled to be on anything right now, so you might have to just go there to Saitama Live. That's like 3-4 hours away. Actually, I lied. That was a fucking lie. Saitama's like, shit, maybe an hour away. Maybe 45 minutes. But 45 minutes in the city is like 4 hours in the country. You know what I mean? Oh, man, I'm a fucking spoiled pig. But yeah, and the matches they have there, they got a 6-man tag team: Kitamiya, Kodage, Ozawa, Soya versus Soya, High 6'9", and Fujimura. You got Anthony Green versus Stallion Rogers. That's gonna be interesting. I wish I could see that live. Hopefully they put it on YouTube or archive it somewhere. And then you got Ninja Mac and Alejandro. Oh, did I say as the video goes on, I say his name worse. I call him good old Dro. Hey Dro, how you doing? And they'll go against Hera and Miyawaki, so that should be interesting. And Nabe and Awada, it should be one-on-one. So it should be an interesting situation. Plus, they have, give me a second, they have Monday Magic. I'm hoping this becomes a weekly thing. They have a bi-weekly thing at Shinjuku Face. Dude, first off, Ninja Mac, G-Man, Pro Wrestling Noah fans, friends that work for the company that don't want to be named on stream. Fucking like 6 people watch these videos and are like, don't say my name. All right, calm down, buddy. They were here to protect the business. I'm just saying, like, weekly shows, Monday Magic, Shinjuku Face. That's what I'm talking about. They haven't got the card, even though they've already sold out most of the tickets. So I'm a little scared. Hold me. There's a good chance I might not be able to see Noah. Then they go to Yokohama Radiant Hall, and then Korakuen Hall. Man, they got a lot of events near me this month. And then Shinjuku Face. I'm hoping Monday Magic becomes a thing. Wouldn't that be cool? Pro Wrestling Noah, Monday Magic, every Monday on Wrestle Universe. Sitting season ticket holder Dave Koco. Hell yeah! I'll hang out with TKO Sam. I'll be like, yo, TKO Sam, every night. Do you think TKO Sam would let me crash at his place? I don't know. Just because, like, he lives in Shinjuku, and, man, I don't want to go on I don't want to go on a 25-minute train ride. I'm too spoiled. I don't want to leave my house. I don't leave my house so much. So, yeah, they got a great events coming up. All right, YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. I've been some people left comments that I was a little too negative or a little too positive. I'm not going to change that. And some people are like, oh, dude, this ain't your best video. I apologize for going to YouTube comment and said it was. And I try to do it one take. I will always make mistakes. I don't have the best memory in the world. And if it's a positive or negative thing, I won't change. Making mistakes and doing cuts and all that, I'm just not going to be that guy. I'm one take. I think it's more natural. People make mistakes. It's like, hey, I made a mistake, whatever. But also, I've been going from event to event to event this month, so maybe it wasn't the best video. Maybe. I don't know. Also, there's a point of me like, man, it's the best I can do. But I got a lot on the last video. They're like, dude, what the hell? I'm like, I don't know. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning. I've been going to Tokyo Game Show every day. What am I supposed to do, man? I'm married and retired and have 87 jobs. How do I have more jobs in my retirement than I did? No, but there was a lot of opportunities. Being a hockey ambassador, going to the Tokyo Game Show, thanks to Twitch. So, yeah. I don't like. It's one of those things. Like, this is the show. I don't know if it will get better. I don't strive for it to get better. I should have ended the video. All right, Sid Light is waiting for me. YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. New Japan and a ton of other New Japan, DDT, AEW, new women's division. I forget what the company's called, but we'll be doing a review of that. So many reviews coming up. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And with that, we're KocoSports on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, MySpace, and the mean streets of Yokohama. Hey, okay, there it goes. Hey,